It is my July 27 check-in for my Decentraland build, and tonight I am in Illustrator, so let me hop in. Green, I'm making my pictograms labels. This is just a diary entry, and it's a rip work in progress here. So inside the build, I need labels to assign to make it clear to people that they're going to be assigning to the wall or to the curtain or one of these three furnitures or an area rug or a floor. Oh, look, this curtain is fixed. Yay. We worked on that this weekend. And Claude said that you just had to flip the, yeah. Oh no, here I am in the builder. That's the thing. Here I am in Creator Hub. So you could see the fabric in Creator Hub, but you can't always see it inside the preview, but I think it's already been flipped, so the back is the front. Let's get to it here. Scratch over here, and I'm making little geometric pictograms that represent three walls, a window, and a floor. And here we would be assigning pattern to the floor. And I'm trying different looks. So this is a little bit circusy. And I did a gradated, first I tried a pattern fill of this. I tried a pattern fill of black and white. And they were evenly spaced, right? So like all three would be the same. It looks like this, and yeah, you can, it kind of looks okay. But then I decided to make them separate as a clipping mask, and so I've got them like the Doppler effect or something like wider the closer it is to you and farther away and smaller as it goes away. Okay. Uh, the reason I wanted to show you this and the reason I started sharing is because of this cute little tool. It is called Sim Daltonism, and this is a previewer for color vision deficiency. So I can take a look at somebody who's completely colorblind, doesn't see color at all. That's achromatopsia. I don't know how to say it. Would see this light gray and dark. Um, But down here on the ground, on the floor, you can see how my black and red, you lose contrast. So black and red looks cool to people with normal color vision, but the color contrast between them is very low. So that in the event that somebody is not seeing or differentiating colors, these stripes would be hard to see. So I'm just going to show you what the different simulations are deuteranopia. And so this window represents the preview of what somebody would see if they had the condition that's listed on the mm, title bar. And then a slight difference with deuteranomaly, and then slight difference with protanopia, slight difference here. This one is yellow-green, so these colors are not on the yellow-green spectrum, so we're fine. And then the achromatopsia. So this is why I changed from black and red, which I thought looked cool at first, and then I remembered to test it, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't do black and red. I should change the color contrast between them. So that's why I'm going with yellow and red. And the reason I'm staying with red is because it matches the cabinet. Going for a color theme here. The cabinets now match these beams that are inside the columns, inside the building. That's where it's at. I've only got the three or something. What have I got? Walls and then floor. I've got to change that to yellow, and then I've got the valance window, and then in the same blocky pictogram, very chunky, basic style, I will do the furnitures next. That's what I wanted to show you. Today is July 30th. Today is my DCL check-in. Tonight it's about 10:15 p.m. I've been working for many hours today to try to get some finality. I have a show and tell because I finally finished drawing all of the pictograms. We got them placed inside the build, and we got one button working. I'm sharing my screen, so they look just chunky and plain like this. It's 512 pixels square. Claude was very specific that it had to be 512. I think I had accidentally exported them at 516 and it wouldn't have it, so it resized them for me. So you see all the 512 ones. I'm using the principle of small multiples to try to make this clear without the use of word language because my audience in Decentraland is global and may not all understand English. So I am labeling, the different things you're going to place pattern on. I've drawn a little chair. That's the sofa, and that's the chair. And then, of course, this would be the floor. And I'll let you see what they look like inside the build. Just a minute. It's Blender. Claude, I've been switching to Fable today because Sonnet got very confused. And so Fable's been helping sort out all of the XY transposition problems. And oh, I have to swipe. There we go. So I'm going to back up. All right, the sun is out. I put a whip. I'm about to publish this thing, even though it's not ready. So work in progress. Warning, only one button works. And this transport doesn't work. I tried and I'm not understanding it. So we've messed up the elevator again. Look at the back of it. Look at that. So the Creator Hub shows like a porthole by itself. And now the button has moved. It was perfect before, but anyway, Fable thought it was fixing things. So I don't have to call the elevator, it's there. Here we go. Okay. So it can't turn you while it turns. That's okay. We'll live with it. Look, I've got a diorama, shows a little rug, sort of. And then I've got the pictograms. Okay. Wall, floor, rug, sofa. So I'm mousing over my buttons. Only one of the buttons is our test button that we got working. So the hover text says switch area rug pattern, and the hover text on the skinnier button says switch area rug scale. And I guess I didn't think about that for the non-English speakers, but look at what happens. Look at. I am going to press this button and you're going to look at the diorama on the rug in the diorama where the pattern is. So on each button press, it is actually putting the pattern on the little diorama of the rug, which a month ago when I started this thing, Fable or Claude or whatever could only promise me that it would turn it pink when it's been selected, or turn it a solid color, but it's able to actually put pattern on there. I think I'm going to make them huger and put them down below. So I still have some reorganizing to do. right. I did it. I did it. I did. This has been so difficult. So you'll notice that the pattern is not squashed. It is a perfect checkerboard. These haven't been stretched or squashed, and that's the issue that I was just working through with Fable. Even though this is a rectangle we're placing it on, it's allowing for four four seamless repeats along the long edge of the rug, and then with any leftover bits, because it's not a square rug, it's putting a portion of a tile. So I'm gonna be able to move on. My transport pad is in the corner there. I haven't made any of them work. It'll be so much easier to run around in this build when the transport is working, because this elevator is just, I don't know. Something else. Okay. So I haven't published this to land yet, so it's getting photos from the Genesis Plaza are pre-populating in here, but once I publish, photos that people take on this plot will be showing up on this smart object. Um, that is the build. I am pretty thrilled that all of that is working. So now I have swapped over to the Creator Hub, where we can see this porthole came in from one of the latest replaces I've done. And you can actually, my goodness, it has been like a month or something to get to get this going. Okay, so I redid this one because for a half drop checkerboard, you only need 1/4 of this. But to make all of these the same size as the others, 1024 pixels, I enlarged my pattern tile on the diagonal checkerboard so that it matched like this one. Oh, these are the four that are pre-populated. Yay. You know, I've had it do a lot of deep thinking, and I haven't run out of credits. Here I am in Fable. Here we're working out the tiling, and it gives me choices. This is a choose your own adventure project. So I'm going back in time. So it's working with the pattern switcher code file, and at first we had our rug way too big and in the quiet area of the room. So like really hours tonight, I'm telling you, that's why I'm so happy right now, because all these hours. Well, first the rug came in on the wrong location, and then, and then we moved it to the right location and it was spilling into the elevator, and then we shrunk it and turned it into a rectangle, and then the pattern got squashed, and then so this is troubleshooting. I give it I give it screenshots. I'm like, here is proof that the rug is in the wrong place. And it says, oh, let me look. And it really thought for a long time on these. I also had it give me oh yeah, it's called Power of Two. There it is. I had it give me a guide, because numbers in one ear, out the other. I'm like, these all end in different even numbers, so I get them swapped all the time. Was it 248 or was it 246? No, it was 256 and it was 2048. So these numbers are like water in my head, just all jumbled together. So I had it give me this power of two, which it's really enforcing pretty strictly that it wants surface pattern images and any kind of labels in these power of two. So those are the dimensions to use. And all of my pattern repeat tiles have to be a square. So I've already redone a few to be a square. So until next time, this was big progress today. See you around.